I wonder that being you creatures out here every day and night of the week, if you're able to hear our Lord's voice more clear than ourselves, logic seems to point that way because when you came here, my king, our king, seemed like the only ones who recognized you for who you were all the simpletons in life. Simple humans, those deemed insane, those with infectious diseases, uh, and why not the creatures as well? A couple more chapters to go. This is the 21st of the Apocalypse, co-written by Jesus, our Christ, and the beloved apostle, St. John. You have to forgive the sniffles and the coughs as I'm trying to get through this between influenza about here. This begins the fifth part, which is the final glorification of our Lord's spouse, of his church. And John begins and he sees this new heaven and this new earth. Because the first heaven and the first earth, they're done, gone. And he also includes the sea is no longer. And I look at this incredibly a couple times because even in the beginning, Genesis, everything starts life with sea. And I've explained there was no gases or cataclysmic violent explosion that began the universe and earth. No, it was very gentle. It was from a teardrop of our Lord. That's the drop of water, the drop of life. And now he mentions the newborn heaven and earth no longer has that water. Life is no longer to be created. It's finished. Maybe different kinds of life that we know nothing about. But John says after this, he sees the new holy city, Jerusalem, coming down from the clouds, descending from heaven, like a bride, a newly adorned bride, appearing before her beloved spouse. You know what this is? This represents creatures, children. This represents the church triumphant. It's 3.5 years of this obnoxious, ruin, quick, sometimes violent upheaval of the entire globe for the Antichrist to do his absolute best to see if he can win, become victorious on this 2,160 days. He continues, I heard a louder voice from the throne saying, behold, the tabernacle of God with men, and he will dwell with them. Now, if that is not impetus enough for you to grasp and acknowledge what our Lord did for us and what he stands for and what the liturgy stands for, he's telling you that we will walk together. We will dwell with each other. This tabernacle is Jesus according to his humanity. And he capitalizes with this, punctuates it by saying, they shall be his people. Does that sound familiar? Remember, have you been, that's right. We have not covered this yet because we're just beginning Exodus after this. But he will be his people and he will be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. This happy day shall make an end of all the miseries of mortalities, folks. Kids, creatures, done. I've identified these 6 points which our Lord is going to do for you in this incredible afterlife. I already mentioned the first one. You have a tear, you won't see them anymore. All tears are absorbed. You have no reason to cry. Your joyous expression will be something else, I imagine. He will. He'll also remove death. There'll be no more mourning, no more crying. There won't be any more sorrow anywhere, because these are the first things that are gone. And then John says, he that sat in the throne says something. Again, he doesn't say, only one time has he said it's our Lord. Again, he's going, he that sat in the throne, and he says, behold, I make all things new. Ecce, facio, omnia. I make all things new. And you better believe it. You have to think about what an incredible journey mankind is going to be on. From start to finish. And during the entire time, once we're given this gift of life here on earth, there's not one thing that our Lord does to restrain us from making our own choices. He's never reneged on this. Have you made any promises or vows to your Lord, even as a child? How many did you keep? What about to your parents or to a friend, to a colleague? Have you ever made a covenant before? Did you keep it, or did you just ignore it and claim later, oh, I forgot about it, or I don't remember? It shows your, your, your lack of understanding of your fellow man trying to help you, and for your foolish action of not accepting this gift as sincerely. That's a costly sin, I'm afraid. Boy, it's a stupid sin. This voice continues. Well, one who sat on the throne continues with John, and he tells him, write the following, because the words are faithful and they are also true. And so I guess John starts writing whatever he's writing with. And he says to him, it is done. Wow. What an excellent ending to an entire liturgy. From Genesis life to now. It is done. I am Alpha. I am Omega. The beginning and the end. To him that thirsteth, I will give of the fountain of the water of life. Gratis. It's listed that way in the Greek translation as well. Gratis. Interesting. For free. Gratis. No obligations. He that will overcome will possess these things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Again, everything, the seed begins with Adam, man. Women can continue off this tangent that there's this, that, and that there's this equality among us, and that what a man can achieve, woman can achieve. It's nonsense. It's a foolish thought that's taken a hold, and it's put women in positions where men usually are, and now they're falling. So many of them are falling because really you're out of something that you shouldn't have begun in the first place. But all you done was just compete with your opposite sex, and you let your primary function, which is terror, become utterly transformed, and now you want to blame on what you call climate change or this, that, and the other. Can't even pick up plastic off the beach. He that has victory against sin in the church, militant, shall have his reward in the church triumph. And what John is describing here in this incredible apocalypse is just a taste, kids. Try to remember these things. No more tears, no more death, no more mourning whatsoever over creatures, family. It's done. No more crying over anything. Felt sorrow? Never again. We'll stop here until next we meet. Pax Vobis. Please absorb, learn, and don't keep this to yourself. If no other human or no family member will listen to you, the creatures will. Please believe me, the creatures will.